The love story between Princess Leonor and her future king. What if the next great royal love story is already beginning, but the world simply hasn't seen it yet? Princess Leonor is preparing for a future unlike almost anyone else's. One day, she could become Queen of Spain. But behind the crown, ceremonies, and military training is something far more personal: the question of who could one day stand beside her. Will her future partner be another royal, a powerful European figure, or someone completely unexpected? And here's where the story gets fascinating, because for Leonor, falling in love may never be just about the heart. Imagine being young, famous, and destined to inherit a throne. Every friendship can be watched, every public appearance can be analyzed, every photograph can become tomorrow's headline. For most people, love is private. For a future queen, it could become part of history. That is what makes speculation about Leonor's future so irresistible. Spain has already watched her grow from a young princess into a disciplined future monarch. Her education, public duties, and military training have all been preparing her for responsibility. But there is one part of her future that no official ceremony can predict: love. Who will she trust enough to share her extraordinary life with? And then comes the biggest question of all: could the person beside Leonor eventually become king consort? That possibility sounds like something from a royal movie, but the reality would be much more complicated. A future partner would have to understand that Leonor's role comes with enormous expectations. He would need to accept that the crown comes first. He would face constant public attention, royal traditions, diplomatic events, and a life where privacy could be incredibly difficult to protect. So perhaps the most important quality wouldn't be wealth, fame, or even royal blood. It might simply be understanding. Understanding the woman behind the title. And this is where imagination takes over. Picture a future royal ceremony. Leonor walks into the room not as the young princess the world once knew, but as Spain's future queen. And beside her stands the person she chose. No dramatic announcement. No fairy tale prophecy. Just two people who somehow found each other despite living under an extraordinary spotlight. The world would immediately want to know everything. Where did they meet? When did they realize they were falling in love? Did their families approve? And most importantly, was the person beside Leonor chosen by tradition or chosen by her heart? Of course, none of this is known yet. There is no confirmed future husband, and no official announcement revealing who will eventually share Leonor's life. But that uncertainty is exactly what makes the story so captivating, because perhaps the most beautiful part of Leonor's future isn't the crown. It's the possibility that, somewhere beyond the ceremonies and expectations, she will find someone who sees Princess Leonor not simply the future Queen of Spain, someone who can stand beside her when the cameras disappear, someone who understands the pressure without being intimidated by it, someone who can remind her that beneath the title, she is still simply a person with dreams, hopes, fears, and a heart of her own. And if that day comes, the world will be watching. So the question isn't really who will Princess Leonor marry? The real question is, who could possibly be strong enough to stand beside the future Queen of Spain and brave enough to win her heart? Because the next chapter of Leonor's story may not be written by a crown, it may be written by love. And when that story finally begins, the entire world will want to know how it started.